Peace. This is a meat and potato social production starring myself, the Water Alchemist, and today's topic for the occult family is why I love Sam Cooke. Sam Cooke was a soul singer from the 50s to the mid part of the 60s. He died December the 11th, 1964, and he was born January 22nd, 1931 in Clarksdale, Mississippi. So, anytime I'm pushed to channel a particular energy, for me, I can't speak for other occultists, but for myself, I always gotta do a great deal of research, just going beyond surface information. So usually when a spirit wants me to do that, they'll kind of give me some pointers of where to look, or they'll use footage of themselves or even their music in the case of Sam Cooke, because I had been listening religiously to his song Blue Moon. Now, Blue Moon is not on Spotify, but it can be found on other social platforms. And I always like Blue Moon because I go back to the 1981 classic, An American Werewolf in London. And that changed the liking genre. Everyone had to step their werewolf movie game up after that movie came out. But there was a scene when it came to David Kessler's first transformation to a werewolf. The song that just happened to be playing in the background was Sam Cooke's Blue Moon. So I've been listening to that, and then I get this telepathic channel, and Sam Cooke, being the Aquarius that he is, he was like, oh, so you the one they be talking about on this side. And I was like, yeah, that would be me. So I did some further research, and they say he stayed at a black-owned motel when he was killed by the owner of the hotel, who alleged that he was trying to break into her room to recover a female acquaintance that he was with, and he was half naked. Look, I hate being finessed. That story is so bogus, it doesn't make sense to me. And when he had his funeral, Etta James and Muhammad Ali, it just didn't sit right with them. Now, Sam Cooke had juice because he owned his catalog back then. You know how hard that is? A man of color. You got rap and R&B artists to this day that don't even own their own masters of catalog. I can name like just Ron Isley from the Isley Brothers. He didn't own his stuff. And he been in the game like 50 plus years. So, and then Sam Cooke was doing something that I know was bringing attention from the FBI, because he was supporting black leadership like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, as well as having a friendship with Muhammad Ali. Now, you got to understand something, the politics of that day, because J. Edgar Hoover, he kept dossiers on pretty much everybody, whoever he perceived as a threat. And this included John Lennon as well as Aretha Franklin. There was COINTELPRO files on them, so I'm more than certain that there was one on Sam Cooke. And the thing is, he died at 33. 33 is a master number. We got to remember this. So I feel that he was murdered, and Sam Cooke pretty much had told me, I was murdered, but it wasn't like how everybody thought it was with the hotel owner. And I'm like, I already pretty much knew that, because I ain't believe that story then. And there's people that always felt that he was killed. And that's really the gist of it. So I love Sam Cooke. I have a new appreciation for his music, as well as doing some other research, because I know a few years ago his lawyers and his granddaughter were fighting over his trust. So who knows how that's gonna go. But it's very important, because no one really knows that time stamp, because the so-called demiurge erased that. So you don't know how you're gonna die or when you're gonna die. You just know you're gonna make a transition. So it's very important that do a trust or whatever. And so, your kids or your grandchildren won't have to go through this type of nonsense. But yeah, just Sam Cooke, whole nother level, did some very powerful things. And I appreciate, him coming forward. So on the other side, everyone develops a reputation, especially when you're dealing with magic, whether it be you or whether it be myself. Something to think about when you're walking through the door of the occult. So with that, that is your meat and potato source for the day. I am the Water Alchemist. Be water, my friends. Peace.